Hey, what's up? Frank and Bryan. This is Tylon the Ninja. I was inspired by your dog walks thing yesterday, and I thought I would try that myself. I'd go on a walk and sort of talk and whatnot. But to add bonus, I'm actually going to be walking dogs while I'm doing this. So yeah, this is Tylon the dog walker. So yeah, inspired by your words, starting to go on a little dog walk. My mom is a professional dog trainer, and she also, on the side, will board her clients' dogs if they ever need to leave town for whatever reason. Basically, and from time to time, my mom will ask me to help her out with her dogs. Because she can't be everywhere at once. She has many clients, and my dad is busy with his own work, so I work in the morning, so I have a whole lot of free time. So yeah, right now I am walking my two clients right now, Nigel and Rocky, and yeah, two really good dogs. I've been with these dogs multiple times. I love them. They love me. And yeah, let's see. I guess in response to, the things the both of you talked about, I guess as far as video games I've been playing some Apex Legends. I think it's pretty fun, especially since, it kind of reminds me of the old Call of Duty days, as well as, I love playing Titanfall back when it came out. I thought that was a really fun game. And also, I played a bit of Overwatch, so I kind of felt like Apex Legends was like that nice mix of Titanfall and Overwatch, but without like the awesome gameplay of Titanfall. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's my first Battle Royale I've ever really started playing. And yeah, I think it's a really good game. I haven't really been playing a whole lot else. I usually just stick to my Switch, so every now and then I'll pop in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and just try and collect spirits, because I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to that. I also recently replayed the first two BioShock games, because that's one of my favorite games ever. I also feel like I'm one of the only people that likes BioShock 2 more than the first. Like, don't get me wrong, the first BioShock is a really good game, and it's definitely, groundbreaking as far as storytelling and gameplay goes. But I really love the gameplay of BioShock 2, because ever since BioShock 1, I've always wanted to play as the Big Daddy. And with BioShock 2 being able to play as Subject Delta, I felt that was a dream come true, as well as I felt they've really perfected the gameplay of it. So yeah, is the story weaker than the first one? Definitely. It's not that great story-wise, the BioShock 1, because that's a hard game to follow. But all things considered, I think BioShock 2 is a really great game, and I feel like its gameplay succeeded the first. Let's see. I guess to talk about physical health, I guess. Yeah, so I'm on a walk right now. I guess I should exercise more. I am, I don't know. I mean, I always call myself a fat guy. I think I might be in the 300s. I forgot the last time I checked my weight, but I know I'm definitely a fat guy. Even though people do say, oh, you're not fat. You're just like, overweight. You're chunky, or as Gabriel Iglesias says, fluffy. But, I think I'm fat. And, I don't like it, Who doesn't like looking in the mirror and seeing an old gut in the mirror? And I really have no one else to blame other than myself, I do eat a lot of junk food, ever since I was a kid. I don't work out a lot. I think the most working out I would do is when I'm at work, because I'm always on my feet at work, moving around all over the place. And I used to go on walks all the time like this, walking animals or just walking for myself. And I should really get back to that, as well as I should also, you know, cut the foods I eat. Oh, Nigel, other way. Okay. I should really cut the foods I eat because, yeah, I do eat a lot of food. I eat a lot of sugars. I am heavily addicted to sugar. I love soda, and I should really consider eliminating it, but god damn if it's so good. And really, it's kind of funny because sugar is kind of like the only thing I can get addicted to. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't really do anything else. I just, sugar is so good, I literally can't get addicted to anything else. I can't even get addicted to video games anymore. But yeah. So, yeah, maybe I should take your advice and maybe do more of these Thailand the dog walkers. Probably won't have a dog every time because I'm just doing this because, you know, my mom needed help. But, yeah. Let's see. Other things. I love comic books. Comic books are really great. As far as, I haven't read anything recently that came out. Just because I feel like the comics today aren't as great, or at least Marvel and DC wise, I don't feel like they're as great as they were in the early 2010s or mid 2010s. But I will read a bunch of stuff, or I will just go to different publishers. One publisher that I do read a lot of, and I recommend to everyone, is the Valiant Comics. It's a publisher, and what I like about them is that they also have their own expanding universe and crossovers, but it's not as convoluted as Marvel or DC is. And all the characters are really great. I love pretty much every character. I always tell my roommates, you know, there isn't really a series that I don't like. I feel like every series is really great, and they do so well when they do crossovers. In fact, I get excited when they do crossovers because they don't overdo it. And they'll do a few tongue-in-cheek references to other characters. As well as, like, each character is unique in their own way. Like, you know, you got characters like Bloodshot, Exo Manowar, Ninjak, Livewire. And all the characters are just, they're great in their own way, and they're really powerful in their own way. Even though you might think like, oh, well, this character can easily beat that character. But, you know, the comics actually prove you wrong a bit. They show that they're able to use their strengths out with other characters' strengths and so on and so forth. So I really like Valiant. Though, if you do want a Marvel recommended, the one Marvel comic I always love to recommend is the Superior Spider-Man. And basically what that is that I believe in like the 2010s, they wanted to wrap up Amazing Spider-Man. I think it was like they're putting out their 700th issue, and they kind of wanted to like start back at square one and whatnot. But they did it in like the most dramatic way possible, and that's by killing off Peter Parker. And, well, not really. Basically, Dr. Octopus, who was on his deathbed, decided as his final hurrah was to swap bodies with Spider-Man and basically leave Peter Parker in Doc Ock's dying body. And the kicker is that he actually succeeded. But before Parker died in Dr. Ock's body, he basically gave Doc Ock all of his memories, including all the pain and hardships, like losing Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy and all that stuff. And so basically, Doc Ock grows to understand Peter and decides that, well, I'm going to keep the Spider-Man name alive in honor of Peter. However, I'm going to become a better Spider-Man than Peter ever was, becoming the Superior Spider-Man. And I also just really like the comic because it's definitely a different take on Spider-Man. We don't have Peter Parker, who's always making things harder for himself and always trying to do the right thing. Doc Ock is still has a villain-like mind, but he's not doing villainous things, sort of. He's doing heroic things, but he's not doing it the same way Spider-Man would. And a lot of it involves, like, thinking 5 steps ahead of his enemies. And, yeah. So I definitely recommend that. It's a great series. It eventually ended because, of course, Peter Parker has to be Spider-Man again. But, yeah, no, I definitely love it. Yeah, as far as it goes for comics, games, health stuff, I'm probably going to end it right here just because I need to make my way back to the house. One of my dogs is kind of tired or just kind of wants to go back home. Also, it's kind of hard to walk two dogs while also talking to my phone. So yeah, Frank and Bryan, thank you for asking your followers to do their own dog walks in response to your dog walks. I think it's a really good idea. You know, it got me out of the house. But yeah, thanks. You know, I'll see you when you do your big dog stream. All right, later.